everyone, welcome to Deepika Makeup. Hope you're all doing super awesome. So today's video is going to be my last video of my declutter series, and in today's video I'm going to declutter all my eye products, meaning eyeshadows, single eyeshadows, cream eyeshadows, pigments and little eyeshadow palettes. I've already done a collection of my bigger palettes and also decluttered a few in that video itself, so I will leave that link in the description box below if you are interested to check out. Towards the end of this video I've shown some palettes that I acquired ever since and also decluttered a few. So without any further ado, let's begin this video. We'll start with Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to keep all three of these 8-pan eyeshadow palettes, and I'm also going to keep this new palette that I got, and I'm going to keep this Fergie palette just for this matte coral color. And I'm going to keep Knock on Wood. This is my favorite palette, but I think this is discontinued. I hope they bring this back, so I'm going to keep this Silent Treatment, and I'm also going to keep I'm Getting Sunburned. And I'm going to declutter these three palettes. Next I have 8 Makeup Forever single eyeshadows, and I'm going to keep these all. I love these eyeshadows. Then I have this 4-pan MAC eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to keep this. And I think I have just one more MAC eyeshadow and that's it, so I'm going to keep this. Then I recently got this e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette, and I'm going to keep this as well. Then I have this Physicians Formula palette, and I'm going to keep this palette just for this pink eyeshadow. Then I have this MUA palette which is called Undressed, and this is pretty much a dupe of Naked palette, Urban Decay, so keeping this one. Then I have this palette from Coop, and this was sent to me by my friend, but I don't really use this palette. I hardly swatched like a couple of eyeshadows and that's it, so I'm going to declutter this one. Then I have this Estee Lauder palette, and it has a blush and also 6 eyeshadows. I love the blush, and I was holding on to this palette just for the sake of blush, but I don't really use these eyeshadows, so I'm going to declutter this one. Then I have another e.l.f. palette. This is the Prism eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to keep this one. Then I have this new palette. This is Salma Hayek Nuance one, and it's a fantastic palette, so I'm going to keep this. And I have this LA Girl Baked palette, and the colors are absolutely gorgeous. Most of them are dual chrome eyeshadows, and I absolutely love it, so I'm going to keep this one as well. Alright, moving on, I have this tray of Sephora eyeshadows, and I used to have the whole collection of these eyeshadows, but lately I've passed along a lot of these to my friends and family, so I'm going to declutter a few of these. I'm going to keep Orange Facets. I like this Emerald eyeshadow, Emerald Facet, and I'm going to declutter Black Diamond. And the next one I have here is Burgundy Gem. I absolutely love these eyeshadows, guys. This pigmentation, the pattern, everything is so beautiful. So Burgundy Gem I'm going to declutter. I hardly swatched these eyeshadows. Most of them I didn't even use. This one is beautiful. This is called Flash Dance. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm going to keep this. And Bronze Brilliance. This is my most used eyeshadow, so I'm going to keep this as well. I have these 2 baked eyeshadows, and these are great in pigmentation as well. I'm going to keep this for that teal and gold shadow, and I'm going to declutter this one. And I have 3 of these eyeshadows. These are pretty much the same quality as these eyeshadows, so I'm going to declutter this brown one, and I'm going to keep these 2. This lilac one is so pretty. Then I have 3 single eyeshadows, and I use this gold eyeshadow a lot. I love this gold eyeshadow, so I'm going to keep this one, and I am going to keep these 2 as well for now. I know I won't be using the blue one, but I'll just hold on to these 2 and see. First one I have here is Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. Honestly, I just watched it a few times, but I never really used it, but I'm gonna keep this. Then I have Lakme Tanjore Rush palette. I love this, so I'm gonna keep this as well. Then I have this Almay Trio. I don't think I ever used it. It still looks brand new, but yeah, I'm going to declutter this one. Then I have this LA Colors palette. The pigmentation and the quality of these eyeshadows is amazing. If you see this palette at the Dollar Tree, pick this up. Amazing. I'm going to keep this. Then I have these two Maybelline quads. Great pigmentation. I love the quality. I'm going to keep these two. Then I have these two L'Oreal quads. These are so pretty. I haven't even used this one. I used this one. It's actually really good. I'm going to hold on to these two for now. Then I have these two Revlon palettes, and I used this. I never even opened this one, so I'm going to declutter this one, and I am going to keep this. It's not the greatest quality, but it's good, so I'm going to keep this. Then I have two Revlon palettes. These are actually better than the previous ones. I used both of them. I'm going to keep this and declutter this one because I have a lot of these eyeshadows in my collection. And I have this palette. This was my first makeup product, and it was given to me by my brother. He went on a trip and brought me this one. I used to use this one a lot. As you can see, I made a dent in it. I'm gonna keep this just because he got this for me, so that's that. Then I have this LA Colors palette, and I don't think I even used it, so I'm just going to declutter this one. Next I have this Rimmel palette, and I think I swatched it once. That's it. So I'm just going to declutter this because I have a lot of these colors. Next I have this Milani paint wheel. It's all matte eyeshadows. I want to declutter this, but if I ever need any of these eyeshadows for a look, I just want to keep it. You can actually mix these. You can just mix pink and white for a lighter pink color and stuff like that. I'm going to keep this one. Then I have this Hickory quad, and I really like the quality of these eyeshadows. Oh my god. But I have a lot of these colors in my collection, so I'm just gonna declutter this. I think I hardly swatched or used this once. Then I have these three eyeshadows from this brand called Michael Marcus. I got these from the makeup show, and beautiful colors. The pigmentation is great. I haven't even used these once. I just got them and shoved them in the drawer, but I'm going to use these, so I'm keeping this one. Then I have this palette from Lisa Waltier, or Lise Waltier. My friend Richa sent this. Look at the packaging, so pretty. The pans are actually popping out from the palette, so I'm going to stick them back. So that's the palette. I am going to keep this. Next I have this little elf palette, and I'm going to declutter this one. And then I have this Wet n Wild Duo. It came in some limited edition collection. I like this dual chrome eyeshadows, so I'm going to keep this. Then I have this little Sigma Trio. I haven't even swatched it. It's just like a sample of 3 of their eyeshadows, so I'm going to declutter this one. Then I have this little Forever 21 palette. I used to love this palette. I used it quite a bit, but it's actually cracking from the corner. I'm going to keep this, but if it messes up my collection, I'm just going to throw this away. Next I have this Bare Minerals Duo, and I'm going to keep this one. And then I have this palette. I picked this up from Sally's Beauty Supply by a brand called Sal and Joe's. So that's the palette. Really good quality eyeshadows, but as you can tell, I have ton of these colors in my collection, so I'm just going to declutter this one. And then I have this little Lancome quad, and I am going to keep this. Then I have this Elf Baked Trio in Brown Bonanza. I'm just going to declutter this. I think I got this to include in a giveaway, so I haven't even opened this, so decluttering that one. And I have these two Nika K baked eyeshadows. I'm going to keep this one because the colors are so intense and interesting, and I don't think I have orange color in my collection, so I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to declutter this one. Alright, next moving on to my ColourPop eyeshadows. First I have Coffee Break with Dani's Metamorphosis palette. I don't really use these two eyeshadows, but in the future I might just declutter them, but for now I'm just gonna keeping this for the sake of the palette. Then I have Kathleen Lights with the 90s. All these four eyeshadows are beyond gorgeous, so I'm just gonna keep them all. Then I have two of ColourPop's limited edition eyeshadows. They released for birthday. This is Birthday Girl and this is Birthday Boy, keeping them both. Then I have two more eyeshadows from Kathleen Lights collaboration, and Kathleen Lights and Blaze. I'm gonna keep these two as well. These are from the Way the Lighties palette, but I didn't get the other two ones, I just got the individual ones. Then I have two of ColourPop's very famous eyeshadows, Millionaire and So Quiche. I also used to have I Heart This, but I just gave that to my aunt. I'm going to get that again, so I'm gonna keep these two. Then I have two of these colorful eyeshadows, purple and green. This purple is so beautiful, but I don't think I'll be using these colors, so I'm just gonna declutter these two. I'm gonna keep this purple, it's called Dare. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the purple, but I will be decluttering this green one. This is called Empire. I don't think I'll use it. It's more like that Christmas green color, so I'm gonna declutter this. Three Madame Glam eyeshadows. No, this one is a blush. I'm gonna put it in the blush drawer, but I have two eyeshadows from Madame Glam, and I'm going to declutter these two because I have a lot of these colors. Then I have a Ulta eyeshadow which is brand new, so I'm going to declutter that. Then I have a L'Oreal eyeshadow that I recently got, keeping that. And I have this eyeshadow from Jessie's Girl. It's a carbon color eyeshadow with silver veining. I'm going to declutter this. Then I have this MUA eyeshadow in the shade 24. I'm going to keep this. Then I have a eyeshadow from Elizabeth Mott, and let's see the color. It's a new eyeshadow. Oh, it's like a champagne eyeshadow. I'm going to keep this. Then I have this eyeshadow duo from Pacifica, and these two are really light for my taste. I'm going to declutter that. Then I have a Revlon eyeshadow in the shade Starry Pink. It's a pale pink color with a bunch of shimmer or glitter. I'm going to keep this. Then I have a MAC eyeshadow called Climate Blue, and I'm going to keep this. A CoverGirl eyeshadow in the shade Golden Sunrise. It's a beautiful gold color, but I'm going to declutter this one. Two LA Girl eyeshadows. I recently got these, and these are really interesting colors for my collection, keeping these. Essence eyeshadow in the shade Metropolitan. I am going to declutter this one. Then I have a Pure Minerals eyeshadow in the shade Zeolite Sunset or something. It's a beautiful color, keeping this. I have another MUA eyeshadow in the shade number 28, keeping this. Then I have two Jordana eyeshadows. I really love these eyeshadows, keeping these two. I have two Milani eyeshadows. This is Bella eyeshadow. This is Bella Gold, keeping this. And this one is a baked eyeshadow, and it's called Melange or Melagne. This is a baked eyeshadow. It's black with gold and silver veining. Really unique to my collection, keeping this. Elf baked eyeshadow. This is very famous in the shade Toasted, keeping this. Then I have this NYX eyeshadow in the shade Sensual. I am decluttering this one. Revlon Diamond Dust, and it's a really beautiful one to top off on eyeshadows. I'm gonna keep this. I have another Milani eyeshadow in the shade Spice. I really like it, so keeping this one. I have this Sally Girl eyeshadow. It's really beautiful. It's called Brick House, so I'm gonna keep this. It's a beautiful copper color. Then I have this Sheen eyeshadow in the shade Sunset Pink, so I have to pop this in a palette. So I'm gonna do that, so I'm gonna keep this. And the last single eyeshadow I have here is from Sally Girl by the brand Salon Jo. It's actually a bronzer, but I like to use this as eyeshadow. It's so beautiful. Oh, look at that, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna keep this. Well, moving on to pigments. I think I'm going to declutter most of my pigments because I don't really use them. These are from Karma Intense Pigments, a coral and a purple one, decluttering. This is from Madison Street Beauty. It's a dark brown color, decluttering. This is by Wet n Wild. It's like a glitter, a multicolor glitter, keeping this. This one is by TKB Trading. I don't know the name. It's an olive green color, keeping this. This is a Inglot pigment in the shade 22. Inglot pigments are the best. They crush pigments, keeping this one. Then I have two more pigments from Madison Street Beauty. This one is a purple, this one is a burnt terracotta color, keeping the terracotta one, decluttering the purple one. Actually, I'm going to keep the purple one. It's actually a periwinkle color, matte periwinkle. It's really unique, so keeping that. Then I have L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow. It's a dark chocolate, dark brown, decluttering that. A gouache pigment in the shade Pink Melon, keeping this. LA Colors pigment, decluttering this one. Then I have another Inglot pigment, and this is in the number 84. I'm gonna keep this. This is a beautiful blue color. It's actually messing up my collection, so I'm going to change the jar and keep this. Silver color pigment, goodbye. A purple color pigment, goodbye. This is a coral pigment, and it's a really unique coral, so keeping that. Another TKB Trading pigment. It's a vintage gold color, keeping that. And then a TKB Trading glitter. It's a gold glitter, keeping that. This one is by Mera Cosmetics. It's very much like MAC's Naked Pigment, keeping that. Another eyeshadow from Madison Street Beauty. It's so beautiful, so keeping that. And then a blue eyeshadow from TKB Trading. I don't think I'll use this blue, but for now I'm gonna keep this. Another gouache pigment. It's in green color. It's called Azure, keeping this. Then I have two pigments from Karma Cosmetics again, and these are a dark brown and a gold color. I'm going to keep the gold color, like a vintage gold color, and I'm going to declutter the dark brown one. And then I have another pigment from H&L, I don't know, so I'm just gonna throw this away. The bottle is open and I don't know, it's actually coming out, so goodbye. A coral pigment from providenceandgrace.com, decluttering that. I have a multicolor glitter from Haute Glitters, keeping this. And then I have this brown glitter. I'm gonna keep this one as well. I never use glitters, but I don't know why I have so many of these. Then I have a purple pigment called Butterfly from Gouache, keeping this. And then I also have another pigment from uh, Inglot, and this is in the number, oh gosh, it's so beautiful, in the number 50. I'm going to keep this. Here's the thing, pigments are so beautiful to look at, but using them is a pain, so that's the reason I never really reach for them. But yeah, I'm not really decluttering a lot here, not doing good. Then I have two pigments from I don't even know the brand. One is in gold, one is in copper. I use the gold one a lot. I'm gonna keep these two. I have a blue pigment from this brand, Haute Luxer Intense Pigments. Let me see if these two are similar. I'm just gonna declutter one of these. I don't know if these two are similar. They look, if they are both are same, I'm just gonna throw this away and keep this. Then I have a green eye dust from MUA. I'm gonna declutter this. Then I have two more pigments from Madison Street Beauty. I'm gonna keep these. Oh my god, Madison Street Beauty pigments are so pretty. I almost forgot I have them in my collection, but oh my god, they're so pretty. Keeping them. And finally, I have some cream eyeshadows. This one is a Wet n Wild palette, and I thought it was a glitter base, but it's not. Underneath it has some colored cream eyeshadows. I'm gonna keep this. Once in a while I use these two as a base for my eyeshadows, so keeping that. And these are actually really pretty. These are this is by Revlon, so I'm gonna keep this. It has some beautiful pinks and purples. Then I have this pink, inked in pink Maybelline color tattoo. I'm just gonna get a full size of it. One of my friends shared it, but it's all dried out, so I'm throwing it away. And the same with this Gold Rush. Gold Rush is so pretty. I think it's limited edition. I can't really find it anymore, but it's so pretty. I'll try to find full sizes and get these, so I'm just gonna throw these two. Then I have MAC's Prep and Prime in medium dark, keeping that. Then I have four Maybelline color tattoos, Pomegranate Punk, Back to the Bronze, and these two are limited edition. They are dual chrome ones. I'm gonna keep all of these, but I'm not sure if Back to the Bronze is still working. I think it's dried out. Yeah, mine is actually pretty dried out, so I am just throwing this away. Then I have this L'Oreal Hip eyeshadow. It's in teal. It's so pretty, but it's actually completely dried out. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can see that it's pretty much dried out. So I tried to put it in the microwave. It's not working, so I'm just gonna throw this away. It's basically a cream eyeliner, so I very well know that it's not going to work, so I'm just gonna throw this away. These are kajals from India, throwing them away. This one is from Forever 21, throwing that away. This one is a glittery base from Milani. I'm gonna keep this. Then I have three Sephora eyeliners. I actually use these as bases. They are really creamy, intense, so I'm gonna keep these. Then I have this MAC, I don't know what is it, MAC bases. It's, I think, I'm not even sure of the name though. I think it's dried out. Yeah, it's dried out, so I'm just gonna throw this away. Next I have this e.l.f. cream eyeshadow. I don't know the name. It's called Bronzed. Probably my most used cream eyeshadow. Look at that, I made a big dent in it. I love this. I'm gonna keep this. And I'm going to show you the new palettes that I acquired and what I'm decluttering. I actually decluttered a lot of my palettes. I will link my palettes decluttering video in the description box below for you. But ever since I got this Makeup Forever Shadows 2 palette, I really like Makeup Forever eyeshadows, as I mentioned. So when I saw this palette on sale, I got it. So that's the palette. I haven't even opened it, so I'm gonna keep this one. Okay. Next I have this BH Cosmetics palette. It's still in the original packaging. It has 26 eyeshadows and 5 blushes, but I'm just gonna declutter this one. Then I have this Nude Rose palette by BH Cosmetics. I have a lot of neutral palettes in my collection, so I'm gonna declutter this one. Then I have this BH Cosmetics Pop Art palette, really fun palette. I am going to keep this. Then I have these two Makeup Revolution palettes. I haven't even opened this, so I'm gonna keep these two. So these are all the eyeshadows that I'm decluttering or throwing away. I expected that I would declutter more, but once I started looking at them, I just wanted to keep them. So I will go through my collection some other time and declutter more, but for now these are the shadows that are just going out of my collection. So that's the end of this video. I actually did a good job, but I should have decluttered more, but after seeing them and after swatching a few, I have decided to keep them. But as I mentioned before, I will be decluttering my makeup stash every 6 months, so if the products are left out this time, they will definitely go away sometime in the future. So that's pretty much it. And I do have a whole box of eyeliners and mascaras that I never open. I usually open my mascaras and eyeliners as and when I need, so a lot of the new ones I'm just going to include in a giveaway or just share with my friends. I'm actually really happy that my little makeup cabinet is cleaned out right now. I have a 5-drawer Alex unit. I'm actually not planning to bring any more cabinets because I just want to keep my makeup collection in those 5 drawers itself. So that is pretty much it. If you like this video, please hit on the thumbs up button and make me happy, and also do not forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to know more about me, don't forget to follow me on my social media: Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. All the links will be listed in the description box below. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna sign off for today, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Goodbye.